Okay, but talk now. See, it ain't even coming up. Talk. Go again.
There you go.
See, it ain't even coming up. Okay, so all the background noises we're gonna hear.
You're not even making that much noise.
I'm too close to this phone. Right over there, about my thing.
Okay, now we can use the wireless microphone.
Okay, see, wait, let's test. Talk.
Are we on? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it should work.
It's a screaming noise. You hear it?
It's picking. I think it's picking up the phone.
Does anybody out there hear a screaming noise?
We promise we don't have anybody screaming here.
So, you want to continue or you want to start over or what?
We should start over.
So you got it running, but if we start over, it's going to be about a few minutes because I got.
No, let's just run with it there.
Run with it. You can edit the video part.
No, in the end, I'll do this in the end. We're good.
It's the,
So, okay, we can continue.
you're only 15 minutes.
Okay, where we left off, man. You know what? I ran into a few people this week. Well, you know, and they're young cats. You know, the kids, and if the kids to me are 25 and under. My bad. And you know, they don't have no idea what they want to do out of life. You're asking them, and you're going, "Well, what you want to be?" I don't know. I mean,
24. Let's make
So,
no.
so I don't know.
24, 25.
I don't know if they heard what we're going to talk about. Are you happy where you're at?
Right.
Life? I think that's
That's the subject.
Are you happy, Tony?
I'm happy all the time. Yeah, I am. You know what? I could. You know what? Everybody I know that knows me will tell you I don't worry about nothing. I could care less about this or that. I mean, obviously you care about some things in your life, right? My kids, my family. You know, there's always stuff you care about. But I mean, to me, I don't know. Let's say I bought a brand new car. I don't care what kind of car. 2-door, 4-door, big fancy car, whatever. $2 car, $2 million car, doesn't matter. You bring it home and you wreck it within, or maybe your wife, friend, let your friend drive it, he wrecks it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how mad do you really get? Okay, let me ask you a question. You buy. Let's say you buy a brand new truck, brand new Denali, badass Denali, nice. You bring it home, $85,000, $90,000 truck. And you're going, and I go, hey, man, let me take this thing for a test drive, bro. Come on, man. And you say, all right, man, be careful, bro. And I go, and I wreck it. On accident. I didn't do it on purpose. Someone actually hit me.
Yeah.
Right? How mad are you going to get?
I mean, well, anger comes from sadness. Usually, what I've learned so far. So,
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't get angry, but I'm sure other people would.
But aren't you going to be pissed at me? Aren't you?
No, see, I'm the total opposite. I'm like, well, you can't do nothing but just polish or whatever. Well, I just forgive.
Well, no, you're right. That's how I am.
I
don't
think
take nothing too serious about anything unless it's family death, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Everything else, so what?
Yeah.
If I broke, so what? If I got money, so it goes and comes. That's how it is.
Right.
and I believe that is the secret of happiness, because once you start not giving a damn about little things like that,
Yeah.
you learn how to be happy. Once you've had everything and you've lost everything and you find happiness, even if you have everything or you lost everything, you find happiness in that, on the worst scenarios of your life, on the worst chapters of your life, you find happiness there. That is happiness. I believe happiness is when you are like, you appreciate what you already have.
Right.
And because if you look around, like, there's always somebody that has more than you, and there's always somebody that has less than you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how messed up you are, because I've been where I'm from. I've seen kids that don't have food, and I've seen my kids yelling at us because they don't want the cereal that we bought them. You know what I mean? And I've seen kids that they're happy that they got a tortilla and a little bit of beans, and they're happy and they're eating that. So
yeah.
I think when you get to a certain point where money is not everything, you realize that money is not everything. That's when you start realizing, okay, so if money is not everything, what is everything? It's appreciating what you already have, appreciating the little things.
I always looked at it like this, you know. I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna put it out there. I remember back in 1990, I bought me a Corvette drop top, and I had it for like a week. I put a test. I did that because I did auto body and paint. So I put a test roasted kit on this thing. I went down to a place on 16th Street here in Sacramento. Had the Corvette lowered. It didn't.
It's already low.
I know, and it didn't go down too much. I think it came down 1 inch in the front and 2 inches in the back is what it was. All I can get. You pay a lot of money for that. But I did it, and then I painted it was a polo green.
Green.
I repainted it polo green, and I put a gold flake in. And then I went down to a guy who was a striper, big time striper back in the day. His name was Mike Klein, and he was a striper in Sacramento. Dude, he was nice, bro. I put some. I called the Dayton company back then in 1990. They didn't make a 20-inch Dayton, so but they did one for me. And I put Dayton's on that thing with a bolt pattern because they had too much torque. You couldn't just do it with lockoff. And so I'm rolling around, and then my brother comes home, comes over to my house one time. This is before I did all that, because it was the first time I'm driving home from Roseville. I drive up my driveway. I walk in the house. My brother comes over. I just walk in the house. He goes, "Oh man, you got your new car?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, I'm taking for a ride." Go ahead, bro, take it. Give him the keys, drop top and shit. Nice, beautiful car. And then he comes back, and I have a boat. You know, it was in front of my house, and I had it going the wrong way. So traffic, two-way traffic on the road, going like this, live on the street, and my boat's first turning is facing traffic going that way, and so I just happened to be going outside while he happens to be driving up to my house. I hit the button for the garage door starts to open, he does this. Who's coming out? And the car goes right into the front tongue of that boat. And it put a hole in my fiberglass hood. And my brother goes, "Oh man, I'm sorry. He apologized up to there. But here's the reality. You okay, bro? Yeah, man, I'm sorry. It's just a car.
Yeah.
It can be replaced. I learned at an early age that you shouldn't get attached to pretty much
materialistic things.
Yeah, because they can be given and taken at any given time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how successful you are. It doesn't matter how poor you are. You can be poorest man on this planet Earth, and something can happen that you get money, and you're not the poorest man on planet Earth no more. Or you can be the richest man in the world, and one day something can happen, and you become the poorest man in the world. So, and everything in between, So you learn that through life, I had a crazy life, man. My life was I know a lot about, I have a little knowledge about a lot of things. There's some things I don't know, that I have no knowledge. But I'm not afraid to ask. There's no such thing as a dumb question. So if I ask questions, like anything, I could be at a meeting. If I don't understand something, hey, I'm raising my hand. Hey, I don't understand. What does that mean? I don't care if I do it 10, 20 times. There's probably, if I'm in a room of 20, 25 people, and they're talking some stuff that I don't understand, so I raise my hand and go, "I don't get it. What does that mean?" Watch. If there's 25 people, I guarantee you there's at least 5, 6, 7 people that don't know the same thing I don't.
Yeah.
But they're just too embarrassed to raise their hand. I'm not. What is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Confidence, not care about what other people say, and things like that. I also learned about this stuff, like being happy with what you have and being happy with life when I've lost everything. And then little things like I've read a couple things, like, for example, have you heard of dopamine detox?
Mm-hmm.
So everything that, like, when you eat, when you're on your phone, when you watch all these TikTok videos and you just get hooked on them, those are little dopamine drops on your brain, right? This is dopamine, like drugs do dopamine, right? This is the happy hormone that makes you feel happy, right? Mm-hmm. So when you do a dopamine detox, you basically cut the phone, social media, TV, even music, like stuff like that. Like all those dopamine, like you go and read everything that makes you happy, you cut it up. And you go on to, like, maybe just reading a couple books or something like that. And then once you get out of that detox, you do
sex too.
Sex is like, yeah. If you're single, you can do that.
Okay, I got a question then. So wait, if you cut out, what I'm just saying, I'm not being funny. You cut off everything that makes you happy. How many people died or committed suicide doing that?
Yeah. So here's the thing. So once you're done with that stuff, then you go back into the regular life. You appreciate everything so much, and I feel like this is just my personal opinion. That's why I love camping so much, because when you go camping, you basically are away from everything, and then once you come back, you feel so good that you're home. You take a shower, you feel great, and that's why. Yeah, exactly. The water is warm. You feel clean. Finally, you don't feel all the dirt on your face.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why people enjoy camping. I love camping. So I feel like it's all that dopamine that we all constantly getting. I think that's where depression comes in, because we're so addicted to that dopamine that we don't appreciate the things that we already have. Like, I never heard of depression until I came to the States. I've lived here since I was 16, 17 years ago, and I never heard of depression. I only hear it here in the States. And I'm like, okay, I come from a country where we barely have a car. I was the only kid with a bicycle.
Yeah.
And I was happy. I was living a good life over there, but I didn't have.
You're the one with a bicycle, full shaver, and everyone's jealous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then I was like, I come over here, people have everything. People have cars, people have houses, they have computers. That was a big thing. People have cell phones. Like, my cousins have cell phones. And I'm over here, how these fools are depressed? How they're depressed? They got everything.
Yeah.
So I don't think all that materialistic stuff, it makes you happy. That's not the case. It's being happy about what you have that makes you happy.
You know what though? Watch, I'm happy. I'm always happy. I'm never depressed. I don't know what depressed is. Here's depressed. I'm way on the other side. But honestly, you know what I call it? I strive. You know, I was a kid. I told everybody I'm gonna be a world champion. Honestly, 99.99% of people go, yeah, okay, get out of here. No, for real, that's what they did. Right. And my attitude was, okay, watch. Except one guy, one man. His name was Brooklyn Bill Milletta. And I guess he was an old fighter from New York back in the day. And he was an old man by this time. But he would always come to the gym, watch me train. He watched my brother fight. My brother was a fighter. Sal Lopez from Sacramento. And he got to number 2 or 3 in the world at one time. Anyways, but I met Brooklyn Bill through my brother, because he'd always come to the gym. He was a great guy, old guy, and had these funny jokes and, you know, hardcore New York accent and stuff. So he was a good dude. And then, but he'd always come watch me train. And one day, I remember him specifically. We were at the Police Athletic League in Sacramento, right there in Oak Park. And then he goes, hey, kid. He goes, what do you want to be when you grow up? I go, I'm going to be a world champion. And he goes, and you know what? You keep training hard and you will. He was the only guy to ever say that. And if I'm a kid, so I go, okay, right. And, you know, so we just keep on talking. We do what we do. This man never missed a training day. He went to the gym all the time. He went to most of all my fights. I watched him on TV. He did everything. Then, man, I don't remember. I think he saw my first world title. He saw me win my first world title. I'm not sure if he lived after that, because he was already an old guy, and I honestly don't remember. But I remember him, and I remember that he was the only one that really gave me a chance at anything. Well, I don't know. He might have thought and said, "Shit, dude, you ain't doing nothing," you know. But
right.
He didn't say it.
Trying to be nice.
Yeah, he said, you know, you can do anything you want, you know. And so I don't. Now, parents out there, like for my daughter, my daughter, I've always told my daughter, you know, you want something, get a job. You know, if you want something more, get a better job. You know, and if you got a damn good job and you want something better, make more money, figure it out. You know, because to me, anything is attainable. Watch, in Sacramento for Northern California, I was the first born Northern California boxer to ever win a world title. And you know what? So you can't, and I tell kids all the time, you can do anything that you want to do if within human resources. You don't need
possible.
Yeah, humanly possible. Though you can't jump a mountain in a single bound. You ain't Superman, so you ain't doing that. But you know, if you set goals and you really set them that's something that's attainable, you can do it. It might take a while. And watch this. You might take a few lickings getting there, but if you're determined to do it, you'll do it. You know, that's me. When people, because I've been in a few situations when people say, "Oh man, how do you know he can do that?" Because if he's deserving enough, he can do anything. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be the last person to tell anybody that I will never tell anybody if you can't do it. You know, and it's not friends, because our friends are, you guys always talk smack. So, but man, shut up, you can't do that. But you know. Maybe you can. I don't know.
Was there any situation in your life where you had like a switch where you said, okay, I did this and this is the proof that anything that you put your mind into, you will make it. You will achieve it.
Yeah, you know what, let me tell you what it was. You know what, watch this. I always say watch this. Yeah, when they kept telling me for years, I probably 2 or 3 years before I actually got my first little title fight, they kept telling me, title fight's next, title fight's coming up, whatever, you know.
Mhm.
And you know, after about the third, fourth time, you kind of okay, maybe after the second time, you're like, okay, you tell me when I get it, you know what I mean? And finally, one day I got it, you know, and we signed contracts. I don't believe anything until the contract is signed, and that's pretty much the truth. You can say, do all you want, hot and dance, but until the contract's signed, it don't mean shit to me. And so, and that's how I've always been. And so once we signed the contract, and then, you know, the fight happened and I won, the very next day, you know, you get up sore. So the very next day you're going, oh shit, that fight was tough last night. You know, you can't move. And then when the soreness wears away, you start thinking, okay, now I want to get another title.
Yeah.
And then I even back then I was thinking I wanted to fight Azuma Nelson. Azuma Nelson, I really wanted to fight you, not because watch this. And Azuma Nelson was a bad dude. He wasn't no joke. He was bad. And but see, here's the thing. Here's the difference between today's fighters and when I was fighting and before. I wanted to fight Azuma Nelson not because I only thought I could beat him. Hell, honestly, bad dude. I don't know. You know, I tell you what, it'd be one hell of a fight. And so my dream was to fight Rocky Lockers, Azuma Nelson, and then there was that the white guy had the other time. I don't remember his name. I wanted all 3 times.
Was it because they were good?
Yeah, because he was a bad dude. No,
That's what we
Here's
did
the
that game.
thing.
You want to fight the best of the best.
Yeah.
right. That's really what it was. You
It's
know,
an ego bump there.
yeah, you know what? But that's how it is. Today they go, well, how much you paying? How many millions am I gonna make? Hey, how about watch this? I always look at it like this. If you fight and win, guess what, fool? You make more money.
Yeah.
Every time you win, you make more money. What the biggest disappointing thing in my career was actually when I lost my time. It wasn't. I guess that should be disappointing to everybody, but you know, it's like. But it teaches you. You learn it as a kid, and all kids should know this, or they do know it. That just because you have it doesn't mean you get to keep it. You know?
Do you think? Sorry for interrupting you, but do you think it was because you were too confident and you thought you were gonna win, and you didn't train as hard as you should have?
Never. I can guarantee that. There was never a fight. Watch. I always believe. I don't care if a guy's 0-25. You can be that first lucky guy that he knocks out. So I train hard for everybody. I really did. I mean, you can't. No one can call it. I mean, only God knows what's really going to happen. You know, that's what I believe. You know, and you're going to get out what you put in. Mm-hmm. So if you put in nothing, you get nothing. And there's no other way around that. You know, you get out what you put in. So I've always trained hard. You know, I've always sparred up. Even as an amateur, you got these kids now that are fighting, but the parents come to the gyms, and well, right now I got a good group of kids. So and the parents, and I always spar the kids up. Mm-hmm. What I mean by that is my kids are brand new. It's their first time sparring, but they're going to spar the guy that's already had sparred 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and or maybe have a couple amateur fights, and they're going, well, why are you going to put him in there with him? Because I put him in there with a guy that doesn't know anything either. He's never going to learn anything. You know, in boxing, you don't learn until you really get hit. If I tell you to move your head and you go, and fighters are like this, you move your head and they walk straight in without moving their head. Like, okay, well, as soon as he gets hit, guess what? He'll start moving his head. And that's how you really learn.
Yeah.
Well, you know, so when you get in there, you don't know a left hook, right hand's going to work until you hit somebody with it. Mm-hmm. Then you go, oh shit, it does work. oh, maybe I should try this defense, or maybe I should start blocking. That's how stuff starts to work for people.
Yeah.
For me.
You learn from failures.
Yeah. So putting you in there with somebody that you can beat up, it does you no good. Putting you in there with someone that's going to whoop your ass, and then you take lessons and learn. A fighter has to be mentally strong. A fighter has to have the mentality to say, "You hit me, and I'm going to whoop your ass." That's what I used to do. I used to try to. First 3 years of my pro career, a lot of people don't know this, was Bobby Chacon's last 3 years of his. Bobby Chacon's a bad dude. Hey, for about a year straight, every day. And let me tell you something. I was his main sparring partner because we had the same trainer at the time, was Will Edgington. And so Will was training him. So every time Bobby would fight, guess who was sparring with him? Every time. So I got to be his number one sparring partner. And let me tell you something, man. I used to, here was my day. I used to get up at 4 in the morning, and I'm 20 years old, living on my own, and
what
working.
20-year-old wakes up at 4 in the morning?
Right. But
Very few.
Right. But I'm on a mission. And I'd get up at 4 a.m. I'd go do my run my 6 miles, do my sprints, come back, take a shower, make my lunch, make my breakfast, and eat my breakfast and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at Modox Brick Company here in Sacramento. It's a brick manufacturing company. And my job was to toss brick around all day long. And you know what? That gets tiring. But and then I had to go meet my trainer because we got off at 2:30. I met Will Edgington at 3 at Renfree Field here in Sacramento, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would drive us both to Oroville every day in his Supra because it was fast. Yeah, I drive that Supra. And then we started training. And I remember one time, I was so jacked up. My lips were fat. My nose was wide. My eyes were sore. I had lumps on the backside of my head. I was hurt all over. And so I had to wear one of the headgears that had the metal coming through it. I even had the metal coming down and through it. That's how bad it was. And then my face couldn't take it anymore. And then, but I came every day. I never missed a day. I came back every day. Every day I left, I got my ass kicked. And that's okay. Because every day when I left, when I was leaving, I'm going, tomorrow I'm going to come back and I'm going to kick the shit out of it. That was in my head,
mm-hmm.
and it didn't happen that year. But then we started going to Oroville every day. Same scenario, same running time to all this, but we started training in Marysville, which is a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
So then a year, after that first year of taking ass whoopings, then the sparring guys started getting a little bit closer, because I started learning, and you don't learn overnight; it takes time. So. I started learning how not to get hit and how to attack them back. And then, by the time we stayed there a year, by the time we got to Sacramento, Bobby's decline was happening and I was getting better, a lot better at that time. And I was becoming fearless. And Bobby Chacon hit hard. That little fool, he had this punch that he was kind of slapping. And if you didn't catch it with your arm, it hurt. And he could probably drop you with a body shot. And I've never been dropped with a body shot. So, but I thought, man, if he ever gets so bad, he might drop me with a body shot. So I always kept my hands up, my arms up, you know what I mean? And then the third year here in Sacramento, there was times when Will Edgington told me, hey, you know what? Take it easy. He's not doing too good, so take it easy. Got a fight coming up, it doesn't look as good. You got to take it easy. I told Will, F you. You take it easy on me. Bell rang.
Hey, you can't see the comments.
Huh?
You can't see the comments. I'm putting them up. Nick said, "What's up, fellas? Nice to see you." He said, Azuma Nelson would have put pause on you. Steel sharpens steel. No interrupt, please. He said, Azuma Nelson would have put pause on you.
Yeah, but see, here's the difference between me and everybody else. And watch this. I never said Azuma Nelson would be easy. I never said I'd beat him. But I tell you what, I promise you, he'd never fight me twice. And watch, I don't fight to lose.
He was older than you by a couple years.
Yeah. Well, at that time I was young. I was coming up. So yeah. And
they didn't want to fight up and coming line.
No, but actually, Lockridge didn't. He had fought the fight before mine. He had fought another kid who was a young kid who was 20-something and 0, was 20-something knockouts, and he beat him. And he was taking out all the kids first because he was getting up there in age. Mm-hmm. So he was trying to take out all the kids, and because he was a veteran, I mean, he knew what he was doing. And so But it's like I tell everybody, I don't know. I'm not like everybody else, So I'm not saying I'm not saying how to beat him. I'm not saying he's going to beat me either. But when the bell rang, we'd have found out. It'd been a fight worth seeing.
Mm.
And then, but anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. No, I lost my train of thought. Thank you, Donnie. Lost my train of thought. But
Being happy in life.
yeah. So I mean, that's basically what it is because I can't remember what.
Because I asked you about the switch. What was the switch? And you said that it was the sign of the contract. That was the switch that basically told you everything that you put your mind into is possible.
Yeah.
Because you made it. You made it basically to sign the contract. You made it to be a world champion.
But yeah, and as soon as you win a world title, my goal was to win another world title. And then I told everybody, they go, "What do you want to do?" I want to win another world title. And then so my idea was to fight Azuma, to fight for the other title, get all 3 titles, and move up. Do that at 130, 135 as a lightweight. Do that at a lightweight, move up to 140, and do that at junior welterweight. That was my goal.
Did you have anything that put you in a better position to become a world champion, or were you just a regular kid like everybody else? My question is, I believe that everybody can do what you do as long as they put their mind into it.
Right.
But I want to point out that you didn't have anything major or different that nobody else had. Like people always say, put excuses on,
Yeah, dad, there was a boxer. Yeah, brother, there was a boxer. He comes from a boxer.
But wait a minute. I didn't see them motherfuckers get in the ring when I was in there. So, but that's
a boxer family. Like, if my dad, my uncle was doing something, say a pilot in the plane, and I want to be a pilot, it'd be easier for me to be a pilot because of my dad, my uncle was a pilot. Right?
I don't know if it's easier.
Well,
But you get more
experience. The boxing world, your brother obviously knew the boxing world, so it was easier.
No, as a matter of fact, my dad didn't want us to box.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he really did. He never. As a matter of fact, I never knew my dad was a boxer back when I was 10 years old. I never knew that.
Is that when you started 10?
Yeah, my dad got my brother into boxing so we can get beat up at school. For real, and it worked. And me, I was always fighting anyways. I was that one of the family that was always out being travieso. That was me. And so I was always doing crazy shit. So, but that was me. So I just did it because, I really don't know why I did it. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, I remember going to the gym. I remember, because Jerry Jacobs asked me to. Told me if I wanted to fight, jump in the car. And I jumped in the car. And I never stopped going. I don't know why I never stopped going.
You liked it. I mean,
I must have. Yeah. I don't remember why I never stopped going. I just kept going. It's like something to do, And then next thing you know, you're fighting all the time. And back then, amateur fights, the Junior Olympics was not like today. The Junior Olympics back then was a week long.
Mm-hmm.
If there was 50 people in your weight division, in 1 week, you fought till there was only 2 people on Sunday because the Junior Olympics started on Monday, and you fought all day long. And they had 3 rings, and we fought in Vallejo a lot for the Junior Olympics. And they had 3 rings, and 3 rings, they'd be fighting all day and all night. I think it was over at 9, 10 o'clock at night back in the days. And it went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Wednesday, they took out 1 ring. It might have been Wednesday or Thursday, I don't remember. But they took 1 ring out, so now you're down to 2 rings. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they took out, after Saturday after the fight, they took out 1 more ring. So now you're down to 1 ring. Because now remember, then 50 turned into all the way down to, you have 15 fights in amateurs? All the way down to 15 fights. So that's 30 fighters. And you're down to that. And it has to happen in 1 week. And that's just your division.
Mm.
But there's every division. There's people fighting all day and all night long. I remember going to my glove table, getting out of the ring. This is the finals day. They would never allow that today. And that's the problem with boxing today, that they're trying to sissify it so bad. No, they really are. They're sissifying it so bad that these kids don't have to struggle for nothing. I mean, it's a fight, struggle. You got to be able to struggle. You got to know what it's like to get hit hard, so you can know how to hit hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a street fight. Somebody hits you hard, bam, and you okay, and you go back. It gives you that, I don't know, maybe it's a shot of adrenaline. I don't know what it is, but it's in you. If people have it, because when something happens to you, okay, now my turn.
Mhm.
You know, so that's what's missing. And so back in them days, man, that's really what it was. I remember going to the glove table and getting ready to take off my gloves. I just got out of the ring. They're saying, "Tell Lopez back to," because we're down to one ring. "Tell Lopez back to the ring. Tell Lopez back to the ring." Okay, I gotta go. I jump back in. Yeah, and fought again. But see, they would never allow that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. Now in boxing, there's catch weights because one guy is higher than the other guy. One guy can't get down low enough. The other guy just says, "Okay, well, we'll make the catch weight." You know,
What is that?
it means they can't make weight, pretty much. That's what it means to me, huh?
The fight still goes on?
Yeah. You know.
So if you don't make weight, the fight, it don't even matter if you make weight.
Well, watch this. Like remember that time I fought Brian Mitchell?
Yeah.
Okay, I fought him the second fight was, did I fight him 2 or 3 times? I forgot. 2 times. Okay, so the second fight, I never made the weight. So I had killed myself because I just couldn't make it.
Was it a top fight?
Yeah, I lost my title then. Yeah, I just couldn't make it.
Because you couldn't make weight.
Yeah. Well, no, I lost because I killed myself trying to make the weight.
So wait, okay, so you didn't make weight, make weight, but you had the title?
We
So
both had that.
give it over to him?
Yeah, we both had a title. We were fighting for each other's title. And he had the WB, no, he had the WA part of the title. Had the idea.
Okay, you didn't make weight, so you guys still fought for each other's titles?
Yeah. What happens? What could happen was the commissioner asked him, the athletic commission asked him, "Hey man, do you still want to take the fight?" Yes, so because he can say yes. But dude, I'm about this wide on the scale. I weighed 130 and 3/4. I just couldn't lose it, and I didn't eat for 4 days. I didn't drink or eat for 4 days. I worked out 3 times a day. Couldn't make it. And after I got on the scale the first time when I didn't make it, I went to a sauna to go sweat it off for 4 hours. So I went to the sauna. I put on Abilene, put the pants over that, the sweatshirt over it, put plastics over that, sweatshirt over that, sweatpants over that, and jumped rope for freaking hours. I come back, dude, I'm dead. I come back to the weight room, to the weigh-ins, and then I get on a scale. I weighed 130 and 3/4. I didn't lose a freaking ounce.
Wow.
You know how depressing
You were
that is?
so dehydrated.
No, dude. I remember feeling when I got on the scale, it was like, I'm done. You know, I was like, that's it. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I had nothing to give. I had nothing to offer. I had nothing. And no one really knows this except my family and the people that were at the weigh-ins. And so that's when they asked him, "Hey man, do you want to take you want to let the weight go with the 3/4 pounds?" And he said, if he can always say yes, then it's still a title fight. If he says no, then we fight a 10-rounder, no title, and he has to fight for the title for somebody else with a number 1 contender. But he said, "Well, I was dead on the scale." So he said, "Yeah, of course." Not taking nothing from Brian. Brian's a good fighter, man. You know, I didn't fight too many chumps. I'm not saying every fighter was a world champion, but you know, like Brian Mitchell, he was
he still took the fight.
Yeah, but you know,
Well, he knew you was kind of.
well, you know, I would too. You know, it's opportunity.
Yeah.
Hey man, when you get an opportunity, take it. You know, shit. You know, the first fight with him wasn't my best. It wasn't. But watch, it's like going to work. It's like going to work how many of you go to work every damn day, and one day it's just not good? You wake up that morning and you go, "Oh God, it's not gonna be a good day for me today." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Fighters do the same thing. You know, there was times I woke up and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's not gonna be a good day for me today," and you go and you get your ass kicked. You know, and it's just it's just not your day. You know, I don't know what to even call it. It's just not your day. You know, so you go out there and you take an ass whooping because you signed a contract and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then you try to win. You know, you never just go out there and not fight. I've always tried to win. Even when Molina, I think it was the second Molina fight, I got a blown out eye socket. I got caught. I don't think it was a glove because I remember seeing. I honestly don't know what it was. I remember it was a skin colored something, that right here, about a split second before it hit my eye.
Wow.
But I think it was his elbow. I'm not sure, but I remember him throwing a right hook. I remember, going under it, but I didn't go all the way. I went like a half-assed. I went down and came back up. But when he threw the right hook, he came back like this. But when he came back like this, I think it was his elbow because it was hard. It was like a bone, but it was skin color, and it hit me in my eyeball. Forced my. This is kind of gross. Forced my eye back. So all the tissue, muscles, and tissue in the back of your eyeball had nowhere to go. So it blew a hole in my socket.
Wow.
So that happened the second round. Into the second round, I went back to my corner. By the time I walked to my corner, I could see 0 out of the side. And so I'm sitting down. They're working on my eye. They're trying to do all kinds of stuff, and it's not working. So I go off for the third round, and I start getting my ass kicked. So in the third round, I get a cut over this side. So now I got a cut over here. The blood's getting in my eye. This eye is completely 100% closed. And then I survived. How? I don't know. I survived the third round. I go back to the corner. I'm sitting down, and I'm thinking, and my eye hurts. Watch. You don't really understand how when you have a blown out eye socket. I guess those that have it know, but most people don't know. If this guy hit me on my hip and it vibrated my eye, it hurt bad. It didn't kind of hurt. It was like I remember talking to myself in that fight. So if he does that shit again, I'm just dropping down to 1 knee and quitting.
Yeah.
But I'm not a quitter. And so for real,
You tell you went with only one eye.
dude, but I seriously thought about quitting a few times in that fight. And so, but the third round came out, and the referee comes on and goes, and I can't see. I obviously can't see. And he goes, "How many fingers am I holding up?"
You guessed it.
You tell me. No. And we never practiced. This is no lie. This is honest to God stuff. So little Tony was my second in command. He was like my assistant trainer, right? He's assistant to the trainer.
Yeah.
So he sat down and he just does this because he's the one that put in the stool.
He touched your leg
3 times. And I go, 3. I don't know why. I just yelled out 3 and he goes, "Okay, you're good." I'm like, I was lying. I meant 1. Because it hurt. And so we go out there. So I'm getting my ass kicked from the third round to like the ninth round. I honestly think I won. I think I won the 9th round because he was tired. He was tired of kicking my ass. This dude hit me so much. I thought the referee was going, "Hey, open it." It was bad, dude. It was bad. But I always thought, I kept thinking to myself, I can get lucky. What if I get lucky? So that's what kept me going. Is I thought, okay, it didn't happen, but I thought I can get lucky. And then, because I figured I couldn't see him, so I had to wait to get hit. So I know he was close enough to hit back. But every time I swing, he'd be gone.
No.
He'd go in and out, in and out. It's like I never got a chance to really hit him. A couple times, but not really. In the 9th round, I think he was tired, and I think I won the 9th round. I really do. And then even when I'm back on my corner, they go, "Hey, we think you won that round." And so in the 10th round, now again, I can't see anything. And so he throws a jab and 2 jabs at my forehead, and my head goes back twice. I never saw him coming. I just never saw him. And the referee just goes, "Okay, that's it. You're done." And honestly, I'm going, "Oh man." But in reality, I'm going, "Oh, thank you, dude." Oh, finally. No, but you know what? But when they stopped it, you're kind of going. Honestly, I was kind of relieved they stopped it. I really was. But on a back second note, I always thought, man, you know what? That's kind of BS, man. Well, why didn't you stop it in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th when he was beating the dog living crap out of me? Yeah. And now he hits me with 2 jabs and you stop it? Really? Dude, I had 2 rounds left. Why didn't you let me finish? But that's what we do, And then so what happened was I had to go to I'm gonna throw her name out there because she did a really good job. I went to Dr. Nancy Ackleblatt, Sacramento. She was an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and so I went to there, and she goes, "Dude, you're pretty much you're jacked up." No shit. So she had me going on the surgery, and I was in and out. they call me an
Was that
outpatient.
on the same day or something?
No, like a few days later, a couple days later, I had to go. Maybe what was
So
that?
did you get your vision back during that time?
Oh yeah. Oh, watch this, dude. This is how she said. She told me how the operation went. She goes, okay, so we cut you here, right here, and we cut you from inside your mouth from here to here. We pulled your cheek out, went under your cheekbone and chipped your bone off, so we can put a chip in your eye, and where that hole was. So they said, then they got me here. They pulled my eye out, and they put the chip back in, and they covered it with plastic. So, the chip where the hole was, and they put like plastic over that. And they said they put my eye back. They had a stitch here, and I think a stitch here, and somewhere else. I don't remember. It all the inside of my mouth. And then I asked her, I went back for a checkup, because the first I was groggy. I didn't know, and I went to sleep and went home. And then, but on my first checkup, she goes, you're very, very lucky. She goes, you're so lucky that your eye right now, your other eye will go out before this eye goes out. She goes, this one is like a bionic eye. I go, really? She goes, yeah. She goes, this is going to be hard to pop that thing. She goes, we put the bone and the plastic. Mm-hmm. I go, okay, cool. And I never had a problem with it. To this day, I never had a problem.
Yeah, you could have. I think you could have had double vision and stuff like that.
Can you see out of it good?
Yeah, I got 20/20 vision. I got better than 20/20 vision. Watch this. No.
Far and close.
Watch this. After I retired, I get hit sideways. I get broadsided downtown Sacramento by an attorney. Hits me. I get in a car accident.
Your attorney?
No, another attorney. Just some back there by the courthouse. She wasn't paying attention. She was trying to beat the light, and she rammed me right at my door. And so my head hit everything, and all this shit went off. And then 2 days later, I got double vision.
Oh wow!
But my double vision is up and down. It's not this way. It's up and down. And then so I had to go to an eye doctor. I had to go to a few eye doctors. Then I found out that the top eye doctor in California was here in Sacramento. And so I went to him, and then he goes, it's very rare that you have double vision this way. He goes, we don't know too much about that. He goes, we know a lot about double vision, this way, but not this way, And so we're talking, and he knows who I am, and he goes, yeah. He goes, maybe just in time. He goes, there's nothing we can really do. The operation is probably the best thing you can do, and if it gets clear, it gets clear. And then he said it should get a little bit better because your body will heal itself, but we don't know because we don't know too much about that double vision. And over time, it went away. Like right now, I see perfect. Everything's one. Everything's now. But if I go like this or tilt my head back or something like that, everything goes double. It takes a second for my eyes to catch it back to go back to straight. But if I tilt my head back, it goes double. But if I'm just looking, it's fine. And then I got some glasses made from a guy in Chico, and so that helped double vision. They're called ChromaVision glasses. I'm not even sure if I can talk about this, but watch this. I don't care. Watch this. I got these ChromaVision glasses. This guy made these glasses. He says they take the prism out of your glass. Prism is what makes you see better. Mm-hmm. Well, they took a lot of the prism out, not 100% of it, but a lot of the prism out. Because prism is the one that makes you, I think the way I got it, the prism in the glasses is the part of the glass that make you see straight or better. Focus or puts everything in focus. Well, he did that stuff with different shades of color glasses. Mm-hmm. And then, and what they do is they actually heal your eyes. They heal them. And so, because I was seeing double like your chin was here and here, for real. And then I started wearing these glasses, and within a month, dude, my eyes, I take my glasses off because I didn't need them, and my eyes see perfect. And then I started losing them because I forget where I left, And I did that like 6 times. And the doctors looked at me like, dude. And then, but they were really good. And then for some reason, they just didn't make them anymore. I don't know why. But
people out of business?
Maybe because hey man, I've been on a lot of situations where stuff like that happened, or I have knowledge of it, or I've been a part of it, that why didn't he make those? Dude, that many people he put out of business. You kind of wonder, oh, was it our government? No, I don't know. But I'm just saying. But anyways, but yes, but now I can see pretty good. Again, if I tilt my head back, it goes double instantly. But I can see straight on. I'm good, and then you know, here I am.
Wow. So that was when you lost your title, you said?
Yeah. So your next venture is to try to win one. You know, go after them. Okay. I thought to myself, well, after that fight, my dad, my family, everybody, people in the streets, thought I should retire. You know, and my dad even mentioned to me, maybe you should retire. And I no, I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna give one back. So, you know, took an ass whooping, I'm gonna give it back. I'm not done. And he goes, you sure? And he goes, well, maybe you should just think about it. So he really wanted me to retire.
How old were you back then?
Oh,
29.
no, 29, 30, something like that. And so I thought, no. So, you know, I guess he really didn't want to tell me, you know, not to train, not to do it. You know, he didn't want me to fight anymore. That's for sure. No one in my family did. And you can't blame him, you know. So, but you know, I wasn't ready to quit. You know, so I started one day to
You still fought quite a few times.
Oh yeah,
after that, right?
I fought for until I was 35, another 5 years, and another 6 years. Like 1 week for my 36th birthday. You know, so but I went down. I started training at the gym, the old Cabo Boston gym here in Sacramento. It's not there anymore, but you know, started training there. And then my dad heard I was training. One day he walks into the gym. He goes, "You're training, huh?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay." He goes, "You want to do it again?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Who we gonna fight?" I go, "Molina." I want to fight him again. he goes, I'm crazy. He goes, "You want to fight Molina again?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay." He goes, I'll set it up. And then he goes, he set it up, and then, you know, third fight was a good fight, but you know, I won it. Shit, you know. And then
You needed that
you know what it is, though.
confidence building.
You know what all is to me though. All in all, you know what, man? It's I know what I could do. I really do. You know, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know why, but I know what I can do. I know I've been hit a lot harder. I know. I'm not saying I'm invisible. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm the baddest man. I'm not even the baddest man in this house right now. So
Right.
no, because you're fat, but might roll over you. And so you know what I mean. But you know, but like I always tell people, I'm not the baddest guy. Even as a world champion, I was never the baddest man in the weight division in the world or nothing. You know what I was? You know what makes me good? I don't quit.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't quit. I will not quit. I will keep punching. You know, and I don't get tired.
Yeah.
You know, there's people say, "Man, how do you go 12 rounds?"
Unstoppable.
Yeah, I go, "How do you go 12 rounds?" They go, "Don't you get tired? Tired as a dog." I'm dog tired. But you know what? I got a guy swinging at me. And guess what? I'm going to swing back. You know, and so you don't quit. You just get used to that drive, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I think that's part of what you were talking about at the beginning, where a lot of kids, I feel like they quit too fast.
Yeah. You know, well now it's
So that's too hard.
No, but you know what? That's the fault. I'm sorry, parents, but that's partly your fault for some of you out there. You know, because there's parents who say, "Oh no, don't let little Johnny do that." How about let little Johnny get hurt a little bit? You know, how many times we play football on the street?
You know,
Okay, you know, we play football on the street.
concrete.
Yeah, you know, you got to come home with scars. And I mean, I got all kinds of marks on my arms and my back and my chest
Yeah,
from doing
That
stupid
was
stuff.
our shit. We didn't go to the park. Right in the street.
Yeah, right in the street.
Spray painted
Line.
50 yard line.
Yeah, I mean that's all you really need to do. But see, kids don't do that. You know, parents don't. Oh, I don't want little Johnny to get hurt. You know, well, maybe little Johnny needs to get hurt a little bit. You know, that's why. Well, watch this. Okay, seriously, you think the kids today will do well in war?
No, and that's something funny. That's something I want to point out too.
Because it's coming. It's coming.
It's here.
They're having a hard time recruiting people.
Yeah.
They're having a hard time recruiting people.
You know what? You know what I told my wife? I said, she goes, would you go? I go, hell yeah. I go, you know what though? All these little kids need to go first. I said, but I'll be right in line, right? When they need me, I'll go. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care. I'll go. You know, I ain't afraid of it. You know, I know you got to stand for something. You know.
You fall for anything.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. That's true. But you know, these kids today, man, I really don't think that they have the.
Yeah, I'm not feeling confident.
Me neither. You know, if they can't sit at home or at the office and go, well, let's see if this bomb works. You know, we're in trouble. Seriously, we're in trouble. I'm not trying to get too political or nothing, but I'm just saying, man, that we need to toughen up our kids. You know,
I think it has a lot to do with our babies' moms. What do you guys think?
Well, if you think about it, like 50%, over 50% of marriages go into divorce, and there's so many broken families in this country. There's so many.
Who usually ends up with the kid?
Over 80% of women are the ones that.
watch this. Watch this. This. Watch this. I was in it for 15 years. Family law, fighting for my kid. It cost me a ton of money in 15 years. But watch, you know, I've seen kids that have only one parent. I don't care if it's a dad or a mom. That one parent, they need two parents. It only takes two people to raise that child. Now, if you get divorced and your wife gets a husband, your husband gets a wife, and now there's four of you, you're blessed. So is that kid. Don't try to deny the mother or the father of their kid. I mean, that's so stupid. I think that the parent that denies the other parent the rights to that kid needs to be locked up. I really do.
Yeah.
And that child gonna grow up resenting that parent that does that.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I see a problem with nowadays is that I feel like the government is raising our kids, because now we see
everybody lets them.
Well, yeah, the thing is that everybody has to work now. Like we can't depend on only one income now. It's really hard to depend on only one income. So now we have the wife working or the girlfriend working. So who takes care of the kids? Well, they have to go to school. And then what are they teaching in school? I can tell you right now that I come from another country where I was taught algebra in elementary school, where algebra they teach them here in high school. So like the education here is not that great. I want to say that in the university probably is a lot better. I never went to the university here. There's prestigious universities here. I guess the education is better over there. But when it comes to school, like before university, I can tell you that is not that great. And what they teach in them now, like they softened it up a lot. Like, you can do. There's not that much homework. Oh, there's here you can try to do it. If you just try, you'll get an A, like A for effort. Like, come on, man. Like, and then the parents are not there to really teach them the discipline, the real stuff, the real world stuff. So it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like, man, we have all the countries that have the upper hand now. That's why I feel like this country is kind of like going down, because now the other countries have the upper hand. They have more technology, they have more stuff, and that's kind of scary, man. Especially when this country might hate the U.S.
They might.
They do. I know they do.
Well, watch this. I have a little insight. I got to do. Well, I can't. I don't even know if I'm supposed to. Well, let me just say this. I know for a fact that, like, one time they ever said that TV show that shows all the stuff that our army has, like the robots, the little cars going out dropping off bombs.
Yeah.
I was someplace like that, and I'm going, why do you guys have a commercial showing all of our stuff to our enemies?
That's old stuff.
You know, that's what he told me. He goes, that's antiquated. He goes, the next war that we're going to be in is going to be a push button. He goes, very few lives on the American side will be lost. He goes, thousands and thousands on the other side would be lost every time. He goes, dude, it's such, dude, when I left that place, my chest was this big. I was 6'9". I was a bad dude.
We wasn't gonna lose nothing.
I was a dude. That's how good I felt after talking to this guy. But this was years ago. And so, and you know, I mean, he just showed me all kinds of stuff what they had. And I was like, oh my God.
United States military?
Yeah. It's amazing what they had back then.
And now
Can you imagine what they have today? Dude, watch.
We can win wars from our living room now, huh?
Hey,
With
watch this.
joysticks and shit. Like
Hey,
the kids be playing.
I guess playing video games to give you something.
Well, you know what? Watch this. I do know well, watch me, because I was there and I seen it, and they're telling me, oh yeah, see that screen over there? This American airspace. If anything comes close or coming in that direction, and if we contact them, if they don't respond, we shoot it down.
Automatic.
Yeah, this is this. He says, I go, so I'm asking questions. I go, how many have you shot down? He goes, we shoot them down daily. He goes, a ton. Daily. I'm going, really?
Because people come on.
Yeah, they can't, they're not supposed to. If they don't respond, they take it down. Yeah, they don't play, man.
And we don't hear about it either.
No, there's a lot of stuff we don't hear about. Man, it's amazing that, see, you know what? I have a different outlook on things now than I did because this boxing has helped me meet and do a ton of stuff. I went to South Africa and fought in South Africa during apartheid. I was the only entertainer during apartheid to go down there and do something.
And they let you.
Yeah, well, you know what? To this day, I still have a lot of fans in South Africa. On my Facebook, I have a lot of people from South Africa. You know, because I'm the only entertainer to go down and do something. You know, and let me tell you something. If you ever get a chance to go to Sun City, South Africa, go. It's the most beautiful place in the world, dude. It's amazing. They have a 3-story slide, 3 stories slide. You're going down like this, and your body comes off the slide. You don't even feel the slide under you, dude. And then all of a sudden, you just go whoosh into like a beachfront. Dude, it's so bad. And then you can take all your excursions, because over there they raise, it's either crocodiles or alligators. I forgot which one they were.
They raise them?
Yeah, they're farms. There's crocodile. I think it's either crocodiles or I'll say crocodiles. I don't know which one they were, but they said they have crocodile farms and they're huge.
They sell them?
No, I think they just raise them, and I don't know what they do over there, but that's like their big crocodile thing. And you know, it was just an amazing time. It really was. And you know, you got to meet. I remember one of the neatest things. We're training for the fight. We're training in Sun City, South Africa, and the last week I got tired of. I had a runner, but we ran around the golf course every day, right? I'm tired of running around the golf course. I said, last week I'm going to run outside of Sun City in Africa, and they go, "Oh man, okay, we'll get you ready." So, all right. So the last week, my first day out there, they go, "Okay, we're ready." And the doors to Sun City are the doors like this down the split, and they open like this. What? They would do this, and they're like about 30, 40 feet in the air. It's bad.
So Sun City's a village.
Sun City's a city within a country, but like all
Like
walled
Sun
off.
Fort?
Yeah, but with thousands of acres.
Yeah.
And so we got this big ass door like this, and so wait, so I get there, I'm going, what are these guys doing? Oh no, they're going to follow you. I'm going, why? I don't need those guys to follow me. You know what they were? They were guys with machine guns, and there's two cars with machine
The
guns.
army?
Yeah, they're following me down. So we just ran down a road, you know? It was a 5-mile road. And then, because they didn't know how the people were going to act, because I'm not from South Africa, so they thought the people might do something. And so I'm running out. The first time I'm running out, dude, watch, I'm running out. It was so cool. I felt like Rocky. I'm running out, and kids are coming out of the houses, and they're going, Tiger, get him, Tiger, get him. And, yeah, and so I'm running down, and all of a sudden, it's a 5-mile straight run. And then they see me coming, and you know the TV stations are there, and the army guys are there. All of a sudden, these kids come right up to me. They're running this way, and I'm gonna guess 50 yards, 60 yards, something like that. They run to me. They turn around and go, we're going to sprint back to that. And so they start sprinting with me. Like, well, it's like felt like a Rocky movie. Like I'm running. And then we all run back to that. And then saw Tom, my brother-in-law, he goes that next day, because we didn't, we're running. We don't have nothing with us. The kids don't have, no one pays attention to the kids. So they don't really have anything. So the next day, we told them we were going to come out the next day. And the next day, we got a lot of money. We changed our money into rands. And we just passed out tons of money that day. Dude,
man.
the day after that, there was tons of kids. We gave all the kids money. Now
No wonder you have subscribers from
oh yeah.
from South Africa.
Oh, yeah,
They remember you, man.
Dude, it was an amazing trip. It
What'd you
was
find out there?
Ningantabella. And that was a good fight too. He's a good dude, man. They took my title over there.
Really?
Yeah. But you go places.
Your idea?
Yeah, but I figured, man, they paid for it, they can have it.
Oh.
Yeah, I got paid well over there. And so, not every fight's a win, not every fight's a loss. All I really care about at that time when I was fighting, all I really cared about was winning and losing a good fight. I didn't mind losing. That's going to happen. You can't win them all. Okay, I'm not going to cry about it. I'll just get back in shape and go after someone else. But I guess it's the thrill of the seek. I guess I don't know. Maybe the thrill of trying to get another title is there. I don't know. Worked for me.
It was like something like let's see how far I can get. Because that's something that
But I was already
you already.
my goal was to go up to 140 pounds and win this title. But when I wanted to move up back then, they didn't want me to. I had too many fights coming up. I had too many big fights at 130 to move up to 135, and so that kept me back. And then next thing you know, I'm at 135, but I'm already older. Now I'm an old man. As a fighter, I'm old. And remember, I went until I was 36 years old. 1 week for my 36th birthday. And then and that last fight, dude. I'll be honest with you. I just got dogged that last fight, but that's what they do to old fighters.
You're young kid?
No, yeah, but they had me fight a young kid in Lake Tahoe. He was, I don't remember, 23, 24 wins, no losses, 18, 19 knockouts, right?
High altitude.
And then they had him favored. They thought he was going to knock me out, take me away. They had him favored like 3-1 or something like that. And then I went down there, got in shape, knocked him out like the 4th, 5th, or 6th round. So then they go, okay, now you're going to go to Palm Springs. So they gave me another 20. Now I'm 36, or days before my 36th birthday. And they say, at that time, as an old fighter, you stay away from the young kids. Because when I was in my 20s, look what I did to Rocky Lockridge. He was 29. You have more oof. You ain't scared of shit. And you're still really hungry. 8 years after in the title fights, you're not as hungry as you were. You're not as dumb. And so, that plays a big factor. And so then they said, okay, we have another kid for you to fight in Palm Springs. And I thought, okay. So I'm up in Auburn. I'm training really good. We have I don't know, maybe a week left, 15, 16 days before the fight. All of a sudden, the promoter calls my dad and says, hey, we need to have Tony Lopez down here for the press and all that stuff. We need to get him down over here. I'm going, my dad says, we got to go. I go, no, we don't. I said, we'll show up the day before the weigh-ins. I go, Dad, I'm old. I go, they know it. I need to have my sparring. I go, everything is perfect here. I got everything I have. He goes, yeah, but you have to go. It's in the contract. You signed the contract. You got to go. I go, why couldn't they just take me there? Why did they give me there 6 weeks ago? Or 8 weeks ago?
Sabotage.
Yeah. So I go down there. So we and my dad argue a little bit. But you got to go. It's in the contract. So we go. And this not win. There's no lie. This ain't no excuse. Because honestly, he should never beat me. I got beaten, but it should have never happened. And then I get down there. We leave Sacramento, let's say in the afternoon. I don't know. Let's say we land in LA at 3, 4 o'clock. I don't remember. I know what time we stayed there till. Because you're supposed to, when they do that for you in the contract says they're supposed to give you a driver, a hotel, food, a gym to train at. They're supposed to supply you with everything that you need to get ready for that fight. Well, ask me how many gyms I went to, how many boxing gyms I've been in since that fight. To this day, right now that we're sitting talking, I've never seen one. Ask me where my driver is. I don't know. I've never seen him either. That's how it went. So we get there. We're there till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning at the air because they keep saying he's coming since like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we get to our room, let's say 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in Palm Springs. So my first day of running is gone. My first day of running is gone. My first day working at the gym is gone. Well, I didn't go to the gym. The first day I trained at 24-Hour Fitness, and all I could do was shadow box. I trained at 24-Hour Fitness in Palm Springs because they let me, and all I could do was either shadow box, jump rope, and that's about it. Hit mitts. That's all I could do. I never got no sparring. I never did anything. And so finally, I kept telling my dad, let's go home. I'm old. This is what they're gonna do. So finally, like a few days before the fight, he goes, yeah, let's go. Like 3 days before the fight, and I go, no, Dad, because I'm so tired. I'm just tired, and I'm going. I'm older. I'm tired, and I'm going. In my head, I'm going. I just want to get done. I want to be done with it. So he wants to go home. I go, no, I'll do it. I go, I can do it, Dad. I can do it. I go, I'll go in there. I'll fight harder. I can do it. So he goes, you sure? I go, yeah, I can do it. So we go in the weigh-ins. I'm over the weight limit. 135, I'm on 130, almost 136 or 137. I don't remember what I was, 1 or 2 pounds over. But that's he's loose. I'm heavier. So I go to the sauna, I lose it, come back, get on scale, 135, I'm good. Get in there, dude, I had nothing to offer. I had nothing to offer. I was so out of it. I didn't. The last week is when all your timing comes. Is when all the final shit of all your training comes into the last.
Tune it all together.
You put it all together that last week. Your timing, your speed, your power, everything comes together that last week. Well, I never had it last week, and then and I got punched. I got caught with a punch. My hands were down. I was just out of that. Really couldn't. There's no excuses. This is not an excuse. These are facts. And I thought he was going to come high. He was getting ready to throw hooks. I thought he was going to come high. So I bobbed under it, and he threw it low. And I went, bam. Wow. Drops me. I get back up, and I get back up. The referee goes, "You okay?" I go, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he goes, "Okay, no, that's it." And he calls it off. And so this is real stuff. This is all the stuff that people never hear about. And then, so the fight's over. It's real. This is real shit. That was my last fight. So I'm going back to at the time it was in Palm Springs or one of the new casinos. So we had our dressing room was a motor home outside, badass motor home. So I was going back to a motor home, and I'm walking back to my motor home, and I'm going, wow. So this is how it is, huh? I'm thinking to myself. I'm going, wow. You know why? I'm by myself. There's no one around. I'm by myself. I'm going, and I just lost, and I'm old. So this is it. I'm walking in. I go to the motorhome, open the door, and I'm going, wow. So this is how it is, huh? That's what I'm really telling myself. So I sit down. No sooner than I sit down, at the door of the motorhome. I go, yeah. I open the door. I go, hey, what's up, referee? He goes, hey, Tony. He goes, how you feeling? I'm like, good, not bad. He goes, yeah, kind of figured you would be. Then why'd you stop the fight? And he just broke it down to me, dude. He broke it down. He goes, look, it's like that fight. Everybody knew I was turning 36 that following weekend, right? He goes, look, you're gonna be 36 next week. He goes, you done did it all. He goes, you did more than what people expected of you. He goes, no one ever expected you to win one time. You won 3. He goes, go home, take your money, invest in a business, and enjoy your life. He goes, you done it. And I go, yeah, pretty much is what I'm going to do, And he goes, well, he goes, I hope you do. That was the short version of the conversation. He goes, I hope you do, man. I go, no, dude. I go, you know what, man? I told myself I couldn't win another title. If I lost the fight, if I get another title fight, I could. Because I'm old. And he goes, yeah, well, I hope you do. So he leaves. As he leaves, another guy walks in. I'm like, dude, wine out there or something? So I go, oh, hey, what's going on? He goes, hey, man. He goes, how you doing? Good. We start small talk. I don't remember exactly what scene. He goes, hey, man. He goes, you gonna fight anymore? I go, no, I'm retiring. He goes, hey, because remember, I'm that first fighter that started that Mexican American flag stuff. You know, I want to start that flag short. And so he goes, want to sell me them shorts? He goes, I want to buy them shorts. He goes, will you sell them to me? I go, dude, you can have them. He goes, no, I want to buy them. And so I'm going, no, dude, you can have them. I'm going, I'll sign them and give them to you. He goes, no, I want to buy them. I'm going, dude. He goes, no. And so, you know, I'm trying to give them to me. He wants to buy them. I'm fucking didn't buy them. So I go, what did I say? I think I said, give me 1,000. No, I didn't. I said, give me 1,000. I said, okay, then give me 1,000. It's only cost me like what? 100, 150 bucks to make. You know, so I go, give me 1,000 because you pissed me off. And he goes, okay. Reaches in his pocket, pulls out a wad of hundreds about like this. And I go, and then my dumbass goes, no, I'm only kidding. I go, man, you can have it. He goes, no, you don't understand. He's I'm from the New York Boxing Hall of Fame, and I've been coming back to all your comeback fights. And when you decide to retire, my job is to buy them shorts at any price that you said. And he goes, oh, I meant fighting tonight. He said 1,000. I go, okay, no, that's cool, man. And so he gave me $1,000, took the shorts. He goes, one day they'll be flying in the New York Hall of Fame. He goes to the museum, they'll be flying up there. Oh, cool, right on. And that was it.
We gotta go.
That was my career.
We gotta take a photo.
Yeah, right?
It's probably there.
No, probably not. I'm not old enough yet. Maybe I am. Yeah, no, and that was it in a nutshell, man. I mean, you know, there was a good career. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
So how long was your career? So from the time you won the title from Rocky Lockridge till the time you retired, not from when you started boxing, but how many years from?
11. From the time I won the title. 11.
Wow.
I had 15 world title fights.
Damn.
Yeah, I won 12 of those.
Years after you won the title.
Yeah.
So you defended it and won more titles.
Won it, lost it, won it, lost it, won it, lost it. It was fun, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, all right.
I got more titles than that.
Yeah. You got that title around that big old belly you got. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. We're done talking for the day. Meet us next time. Oh yeah. If you're interested in advertising on this show, you want to get your name out there. If you're local, or even if you're not, because we have people all over the place listening in on. You can call either Donnie, our guy in the talking smack in the back, and his number is 530-586-6807. I'll give it to you again. His name is Donnie. 530-586-6807. Or you can call Josue. I like saying your name, bro. That's Josue. Josue. You can call him, or if you're interested in getting some advertising out of here, you can call him at 916-743-2227. 916-743-2227. And we also do some.
Yeah, if you guys have solar and you want to, or power washing, we're doing solar cleaning. You can reach me out or go to our website, elitesolarcare.com. You go on there, you put in your information there, and you get a quote for cleaning your solar panels. Keep that solar panels producing electricity, because a lot of people are getting solar panels right now, and it's probably not producing as it should because they're keeping them dirty.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people lease these panels, and they tell me, well, it's leased. They're supposed to come clean. No solar company cleans their solar panels. And when you go lease a car, you're supposed to wash it, right?
Yeah.
And do the oil changes. So it's the same thing.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If they mentioned they heard about you on 12 rounds of drilling, how much of a discount you going to give them?
10%.
All right, there it is there. Mention 12 rounds of drilling, you heard it here, you get 10% off. That's all right. That's all right, bro. Good. All right. Thank you for listening on, and we'll see you next time at 12 rounds of adrenaline. Peace in the Middle East.